Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Democracy 3, a game where you play as the President of the United States or any other country that is either in the game or modded in. And what we're going to do today is we're going to play as the United States of America in kind of modern day, in kind of about right now. So let me read you the little bit. If I slur, I apologize. It's like 1:30 in the morning, so I am recording at a very late hour. Welcome to your new job as president. The lives of all 318,388,000 citizens are now in your hands. As you will imagine, there are a number of situations and concerns that you will need to deal with as soon as possible, while keeping an eye on the long-term improvement of our citizens' quality of life. Plus, do not forget that you face re-election in 4 years, so you will need to monitor the opinion polls and our party membership. Good luck. As you can see, for the United States, the GDP is kind of really in the fucking can. The health is really bad. Education's pretty much mediocre. Unemployment's pretty high. Crime is at an all-time low, but poverty kind of big, but going down. So if we look here, let me turn down the sound effects just a little, and the music. Music can go up. Music's fine. Sound effects are a little loud. So this is Democracy 3. This is what you do. This is the game. As you can see with our income, we make about $1 trillion every 4 months would be every turn. We spend about 13 trillion or 1 trillion and 300, you know. The deficit is about $194 billion with our national debt of about $17 trillion in debt right now. Some big issues we have is road accidents. We have alcohol abuse, antisocial behavior. We have armed robberies, police brutality, street gangs, ghettos. We have obesity, the asthma epidemic. We have the Syrian refugee crisis. We have homelessness. We have veteran infirmity. Damn it. Can never say that word. Air pollution and sexism. All in problems going on in the nation. Some of the good things that are going on right now: aerospace industry, process industry, our good old automotive industry, the financial sector, pretty decent, and then we also have private security, which also helps us out in the long run. So there's a lot of things that we need to do in order to keep the country running. One thing, we need to look at our cabinet. Guaranteeing a lot of these guys aren't going to be good. So I'm going to reshuffle the cabinet. We're going to pick a foreign policy minister. There we go. That was really annoying. I was trying to get them to shut up and it was not happening. So, foreign policy. Conservative patriot, I like you. I really do. Transport. If we don't have a good transport one, you'll probably be our foreign policy. Guaranteed. Because you're going to be great for the economy. Foreign policy, farmers, parents. I'm probably going to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to play a pretty conservative run like we're doing in our Hearts of Iron 4. We're playing as conservatives right now with Mike Pence being the president. We're gonna keep along that road. I'm not seeing, actually I do see a pretty decent one. So you're gonna be our foreign policy minister. You're probably gonna be pretty good. Welfare. Farmers, environmentalists, not the worst, but also not the best. Ethnic minorities and conservatives, you'll probably even yourself out. You're second for welfare. Patriot and parents, not too bad at all. What's your secondary job, bud? Transport. Yeah, we already have a pretty decent transport minister. Let's keep looking though real quick. Welfare, welfare, welfare. No, I'm not seeing anybody that's better. You're gonna be our welfare minister. Economy. Religious capitalist, love it. Love that. That's really good. Let's see if we can find any others. Religious conservative. That would be pretty good. But her campaigning skills are kind of in the trash at the moment. So don't know if I'm gonna pick her. She'd probably be a pretty decent public service minister. Just looking at economy right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be the one that's gonna be the best for us. So we're gonna hire you as our economy. Taxes, trade unionist, socialist, you're absolutely horrifying and I'm not going to pick you. Tax. Liberals in it. Oh god. Conservative farmers, you're not too bad. We actually may end up picking you. Yeah, we are actually going to end up picking you. So you're going to be our tax minister. Public service. We already had one. Religious conservative. Yeah, you were the one. You're going to be pretty bad at the start, though. You'll eventually even yourself out when we start to fix people. Law and order. Trade union socialist, no. No. Liberal, ethnic minorities, no. Motorist, liberal. Liberal isn't really the nicest spot if we're gonna try to do a conservative run. Fuck, this is getting a little lengthy. Wasn't this exciting? You're literally the only one we got, and I don't want to pick you. I don't, because you're... Yeah, gonna do it. Transport, let's check it out. What do we got for you? Self-employed and the religious, not that bad. Transport. Religious capitalist, you're gonna be a great one. And that's going to be our cabinet. So we're going to pull about 27 a turn with a questionable law and order minister. Not too bad. So one of the things that we need to take care of is probably alcohol abuse, antisocial behavior, the things that we can fix pretty simply. Of course, we have, the death penalty, or other things like that. But the first thing I want to do is I want to go into the economy and drop a minimum wage because we're going to need it. And it's not going to be $11 an hour. It's going to be about $8. Capitalists are going to hate it just a little bit. Socialists are going to like it. Poor earnings are going to go up. Equality is going to take a pretty decent hit. We're going to want to do that. And we still have a pretty decent amount of stuff. So we need to make a wage that's pretty decent. We need to... Can we bump up a tax? Corporations tax. If I'm going to run a capitalist run through too. Enterprise investments already at the max that it can basically be. Oh, petrol. That's a... you're already at 45% though. We can't really raise you anymore. Inheritance. The IRS. That'd be nice, but it would destroy income. What about sales tax? No, I can't raise anything. I would have to cut spending on something. What's our leading expenditures right now? Social Security, military spending, and then Medicare. All of those I don't want to do at the moment. I would rather bump a tax in. Okay, so we got plastic bag, junk food. Man, see, these are difficult because it's just like any single one of these could be pretty bad. We could go to community police weapons. That would be nice. That would actually help a lot with violent crime and probably ghettos and things. Community policing would be pretty good. But I do believe that putting up community policing will rise liberalism, which I don't want. the end of the day. I'm gonna look at it, but corporatism laws, no, we don't want that. At least not for now. Let's give the cops some guns. The liberals are gonna fucking hate me. Conservatives are gonna like it a little bit. Police brutality, that's gonna go up by a fuck ton. Oh right, duh. Street gangs, though. Oh, I don't like that 21% increase in police brutality, but the police do need to be armed. I mean, granted, every police officer needs to be a little armed. This is, of course, my opinion on everything. These are just my opinions. They're nothing but my opinions. Don't worry if I offend you in any sort of way. We're just going to try to see what would happen. So crime's going up a little bit. Unemployment's fucking stag raising. Oh my god. And then GDP, debt protection. We're going to allow such debt things to operate. Because at the end of the day, not the worst idea. GDP went from absolutely shit to really good, so that's not that bad. But unemployment, pretty not okay. Pretty not okay. So police brutality is at an all-time high too, so it's gonna be fucking shit for anything. And it's rising liberalism by 20%, which I'm not really liking at the end of the day, because if we look at, where are they? Conservatives, if we look at them, they're 81% and they're slowly rising. I don't want liberals to rise. I want them to crumble, because we want this to be a conservative run through. That's what we want. So I'm guessing gambling. Gambling doesn't have a hurt? No, it actually drops unemployment. What we could do to stop this unemployment problem is try to spend a little bit more into our military, but at the same time we're gonna need to build up a pretty big thing into our taxes. Sales tax is gonna be one of the best. Put a 15% tax, and then we're gonna want to get the military come next turn. That would be nice. I want to hope and pray that we got this deficit. So we got corruption, civil rights protests, and immigration starting up. Unemployment really going down a fuck ton, but health and poverty. People smuggling. Of course, we're conservatives. We don't like it that people are getting smuggled across the border. We're going to deport them. There are 3 new things. Number 1 is immigration. In a despair of unemployment and poverty, people have started leaving our country. This makes more room for the rest of us, and they send some of their earnings back home to relieve our poverty. Still, mass immigration is a disgrace to our nation. We should try to turn this tide. Yeah, I would see that. And we have civil rights protests, because I'm guessing of the bigness, like the bigness. Nice word, Dustin. Nice word. But the spike in police brutality, this is why civil rights protests are being hugely, a thing. And then we have corruption, which has been stagnating. Low wages, public ignorance, and a lack of political responsibility have made local politicians and civil servants more reliant to bribery and nepotism. So we're gonna have a lot of things to fix in the next episode. Sorry that this is very short, but I do need sleep. It's show week still. I'm dying on the inside as of right now. It's very, very tough, but we have a surplus, a pretty big surplus, and we have a lot of really difficult challenges that we have to fix. Number 1, I don't think that we're going to be able to fix our debt problem, and it's not because of the fact that I don't think we can do it. It's because of the fact that we got all of these other problems that we have to fix. The United States is really not doing too hot. It's just not. And this is kind of a really big, accurate representation of what the United States actually is at the moment. And it's rather nice to see, but also at the same time, this is kind of what it is at the moment. And it's putting its toll on people. But hopefully this playthrough is going to be really fun, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, because I'm really going to enjoy being president. I think this is going to be really fun. So of course, like the video if you enjoyed it and you want to see more. comment down below, what kind of things should we do as President of the United States of America during this very, very tough time with a huge amount of money problem and a huge amount of regular problems? And then, if you have not already, subscribe to see more. I mean, we're doing Hearts of Iron 4. We're starting this up now if you like Democracy 3. And we're probably going to do a Democracy 3 later on. I have no idea. Depends on how this one goes. So, until then, everybody, Glenn Games signing off as always. Hopefully the rest of your week goes fantastic. And I will see you later. Take care.